Coming to you live from Mead Park, Ian Nicholas, Dylan Pescatore, and the rest of the NCTV crew bringing you the live action of a really good baseball game in the FCAC. The New Canaan Rams, 7-4, coming off a loss to Brian McMahon, are playing the Greenwich Cardinals, who haven't played since Monday. And back on the call for me, former NCTV star, back from the desert at Arizona State University, Dylan Pescatore on the call. Dylan used to be a part of this program, and they're having one of their best seasons in years. 7-4. They beat Richfield last week. Coach Bloss is really getting things going in year number 3.
And it's very nice to be here at Mead Park and then finally be on baseball. Ian, I actually have a fun fact to you. Our last broadcast together was 2019 football season. So, count the days, 400, 500 days. I'm not a math guy, but it's been a long time, and it's very nice to be back on the baseball field. I've, watched the streams this year. You've done a great job with Emily as producer and the various cameramen and women that you've been using. But I'm excited to be back. We have a big game today on this Friday afternoon.
We most certainly do. Greenwich, a really strong team, coached by a former New Canaan baseball assistant coach, Adrian Arango, in his first full year coaching this Greenwich baseball team. He was hired in November 2019, didn't get that first season last year because of COVID, no spring sports throughout the country. But this is his first year. His team is 7-2. And he knows his team very well. He likes all of these guys. Obviously, he was here for years. When you were coached by Coach Arango, what did you think of him then and what he's going to bring as a head coach of a program now?
Ian, he's always very prepared. That's one thing that I took away from Coach Arango. He is a game planner. He knows what's going to happen before it almost does happen, and he's very good at thinking ahead. He's never going to be caught surprised, and he's just ready to go. I mean, he does his prep work. He knows what's going to go on, and he puts players in the best position possible to do their best.
And he doesn't have to do a lot of prep with this New Canaan team. He was also a basketball assistant coach in this program as well, helping guide the basketball team to a state championship as an assistant there. He's coached on multiple levels, used to be an assistant coach or an instructor, and was the head coach of Stanford's American Legion team. So he knows the FCAC well. He was a former star baseball player back in his high school days at Stanford. So it's going to be very interesting to see how his program works here at Greenwich. A 7-2 team led by a Vanderbilt commit in Miles Langhorne, who will be batting third today for the Cardinals. He usually is a star pitcher as well. He is not pitching today. Instead, it will be number 11 warming up right now, Tommy Healy, the 5'8" junior, who will be pitching for the Cardinals to start. He did get a little bit of action in the team's 7-6 loss to Richfield on Monday. Both teams coming off losses. And Andrew Rashad's going to be the guy trying to steer the ship in the right direction early on today. He was announced as a starter about 30, 40 minutes before game. Dylan, you know Andrew well. What does he bring to the mound as a senior?
I feel like I've been on defense for Andrew or been on the bench watching Andrew at least 40, 50 times. When Andrew's on, he's throwing strikes and he's finding that outside corner. So if the umpires are very generous on that outside part of the plate, he'll do very well. And a sign to keep look of early is if he's throwing strikes and if he's getting that first pitch strike in there. If he's not, he's losing control. That's when he can have some issues. But it's a big game. He's up to the task, and a little bit of less warning. Maybe it's a little bit less pressure, less thinking for him to do when he's thrown right in.
New Canaan does have some pitchers on pitching restrictions today. Tristan Pearl and Joey Sinatra pitched yesterday in their 7-5 road loss to Brian McMahon. 7-4, their 4-game winning streak snapped yesterday. The game was postponed. Meanwhile, Greenwich, a top team in the FCAC, but the question is can they beat the really good teams? They couldn't beat Richfield. They're 2-3 against teams with winning records so far this year. They play Staples tomorrow. They play Trumbull on Monday, so they certainly have big tests ahead of them. Andrew Rashad, he's passed big tests before on the mound. He's going to be pitching to start this game, and the leadoff batter for Greenwich will be number 7, the center fielder, the junior, James Babb. So we are just moments away from this one getting started.
Yeah, and like you said about the FCAC, I mean, it's very top-heavy. You see a Staples team that's almost above everybody. Trumbull's in there. We saw Trumbull come down to Mead Park a few weekends ago. It's very top-heavy, but there's also a lot of teams right now with very good records, such as New Canaan, such as Greenwich. Both have 7 wins. It's all about can they get to that. If you could beat a top-tier team, you put that pressure in their mind, and when comes playoff time in baseball, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Staples, one of the favorites, 9-2, the top team in the West Division, and Greenwich is right behind them with their 7-2 record. Trumbull 8-2 on the year. New Canaan beat them here at Meade Park a few weeks ago. And meanwhile, looking at the East Division standings, Fairfield Ward, who beat New Canaan 11-0 a couple weeks ago, right here at Meade Park as well. They're the top team in the East. Richfield, who New Canaan beat on the road in a shootout, 11-10 on last Friday. That was a big-time game for New Canaan, a big win to pick up. And then also Wilton is a team to watch out for in the East Division as well. But who cares about them right now? New Canaan facing off against each other. Andrew Rashad at the mound and James Babb at the plate. He will be batting righty. Numbers this one unfold. Rashad gets it started with a hit by pitch. That one a wild one off the top of the head as Babb flexes on his way to first base. Rough start for Rashad as Babb heads to first, and now batting will be
his helmet. So, like I said, it's all about control with Rashad. If he can pound the strike zone, he'll be successful.
Perez had 2 hits in their Monday loss to Richfield. Next man up for Greenwich will be the superstar pitcher, but Rashad winds. The 0-1, and a bit high, evens out the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and you watch baseball, you see the leadoff hitter get on. You usually think he's pretty fast. He's going to take a base. With Rampart behind the plate, he's got to think twice about that.
Yep, when he's throwing over 80 miles per hour with that right arm of his, you might think twice before making that trip over to second base. Rashad deals.
And if that gets past him, automatic runner in second base, and a single scores him.
And he deals in the 2-1 and in the direction of Ryan Perez. First, Babb is safe. Henry first, but they switch it up so far this year, and it has worked for New. Will make it!
Their covers, and Rashad can be there just in time for Wheeler's throw.
Righty. He swings at the first pitch he sees. He lines it to too much of a leadoff first, and he is out. Langhorne with a bit of a running mishap.
Take a step over to fair territory. Usually when you run past first, you got the ball, tagged him out, 3 outs. Very
out. So just like that. That was a quick half an inchman. Looking to have more success than Greenwich just did.
And they all couldn't dig it out of the dirt, but ended in an out, so we'll take it.
They will take it in a game that is this big, coming off a disappointing live action here from Meade Park as warming up on the mound for Greenwich. Leave up the game-winning run, a single right now. And one of the top players in the league as Aceto did have an bottom of the first, still a scoreless game. No. By the right fielder in this lineup, Perez. So flying out to right field.
Just got a little bit under it and had Perez enough time to get under it and make.
Here's Matt Balkin. Balkin, that one low in the dirt, avoids it. This one, Balkin. With Zach Rampin, a superstar. Balkin steps back in the box. He's been solid not only as a hitter but as a pitcher, really. He's made great strides in his senior season. This one again.
Out. So we got to be attentive for that if you're a New Canaan hitter.
Balkin looking to avoid being the second out for New Canaan here in the bottom of the first. He deals him a 2-2. Balkin sits on it high. Smart move.
Showed the changeup. No curveball or slider yet.
Who makes the play in left field. So 2 up, 2 down, both on fly.
Just couldn't square it up, and we got a guy who can.
One of the top catchers in the state looking to make an impact here. And he lets that one fly right by him in the dirt.
By Healy. I mean, usually you just get a fastballer for the first pitch strike. He went off speed against.
A big-time hit to start swinging the momentum in the opposite direction.
Yeah, and that just shows the trust that Coach Bloss has in him because he's a junior. Didn't give him the take sign. Decided to swing on 3.
A 3-hitter next year. He always has a plan when he is at the plate to take a strike. Maybe that wasn't the goal, but
down after being up 3-0 in the count.
And this first by Cage, a lazy would go through. A Bringing to the live action. If you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. Andrew Rashad looking to keep it up, even though
There's another one.
Cage Lazley's going to pop the top of the second inning, and now up is
Pitcher's best friend. One pitch, one out. Let's see.
that one a little too low. 1-0. Third base line, it is foul. And dribbles over to Matt Balkin at center field. That is a single for Zola on a hard hit ball.
Yeah, interesting because Rashad started out with 2 straight fastballs and then 1-1 just threw it.
So here is Christian Mingione, the St. Lawrence commit, to add more base runners. Evento, and thanks to the error from him, Mingione.
Yeah, it was a good play there. I think that, and he couldn't convert there.
Felipe Aceto, big number 2 runners on first and second here, and it's 1 on the ball. Aceto swings, misses. First and second, and Augie Bank winds up. Aceto checks his swing. Make a play for Greenwich with 2 outs and 2 runners on base.
The plate just high enough. I think Greenwich did a really good job.
Gonna take a strike. Rashad down 0-2.
Hopefully make him chase because 0-2 is not.
Count 0-2, 2 outs. Rashad, number 24, Jack there. It may be more.
Yeah, and defense is not helping. Second base looking to turn the double play, and then Wheeler came in and
now up, and Wheeler again makes an error at shortstop, and trotting home easily will be Mingione as Greenwich has now scored back-to-back.
it came up on the lip of the grass, just bounced right over Cleat. He had no chance on that one, so I would call that one a hit. And the score, we know as visiting other fields, it's not the best kept.
And it will score a run. No! Rampin is going to tag out Augie Bancroft on his way home. That one a really solid hit from the leadoff man, Bab, from Zyke, which scored another Greenwich run, and they're up 2-0.
Yeah, and it was a really good play. I mean, that ball was in no man's land. It was right past second base in shallow center field. Balkin had a great play, comes in on it, makes a strong throw home, Rampin with the tag. Matt Balkin's been a very good center fielder. I've always known him as a right fielder or even a first baseman, but his arm has gotten much better. He made a nice throw to home, keeping it at 2-0, which was much needed. And it's not been on Rashad at all. I mean, you see the score 2-0, you see 2 runs in the book. It's really been, Rashad's made good pitches. It's just the defense hasn't been helping him out.
Greenwich starting to get hot, getting back to the top of the order there, but luckily Balkin, as you mentioned, with the excellent throw from shallow center field to Zach Rampin at home plate, limiting the Cardinals to 2 runs, but still they have done damage. The Rams now in the bottom of the second, looking to make something happen. It will be Jack O'Donnell to lead off the Rams here in the bottom of the second. So Rashad giving up 1 earned run and 1 unearned run there in the top of the second. And now we're going to go to our senior captain part of the order, and it will start with New Canaan's number 3, Cleat Wheel, the shortstop. Right field, and it will be tracked down and nabbed by Perez. So Wheeler flies out to right field, already 1 out, and now we're going to hear the man.
Like to swing first pitch a lot, and when you're down 2-0, you really want to start taking pitches, make the pitcher work, especially a guy like Healy, who's only a junior.
Healy deals to O'Donnell. O'Donnell sits on that one, and a strike is called. Healy really starting to get into it here. Bottom of the second, finding the zone against Jack O'Donnell as he's now down 0-1. Healy deals. O'Donnell hacks this one down to third baseline. It's foul and nearly scooped up by Coach Bloss, who will get flying by for New Canaan. They have found no rhythm offensively so far. O'Donnell sits on that high thrown strike from Healy. Trying to battle back from 0-2, now 1-2. O'Donnell hacks this one to left field. This one is deep, and it is caught. Really well hit from O'Donnell, but right up against the wall. Making the catch is Zola. 2 up, 2 down. Again, both on flyouts. Wheeler and O'Donnell head back to the dugout, and Andrew Rashad also hitting today, looking to provide a spark for the Rams.
Yeah, just missed it on that one. really nice. Got low into his knees, used his legs on that swing. But with New Canaan, they've made now 5 outs in the game. 4 of them have been flyouts. So they really want to get on top of the ball, and they're starting to get under it a little bit too much. And that's what happens. Fly balls.
Rashad fouls his first pitch into the dirt, so he's already down 0-1 against Tommy Healy. Healy, the junior. Again, he gave up the game-winning run on Monday, looking to avenge that 1-1.
And with Healy's success, you can just point out exactly what he's doing. He's throwing strikes. And, go 0-1 and then you go 0-2 on a batter. They just got to protect. And throwing strikes, getting ahead is the name of the game, and that's what Healy's doing right now.
Note there, Henry Cannon on deck, another one of the 4 senior captains for the Rams this season. Greenwich grounds out to third, and that inning is defense and offense.
Yeah, that's the first, real ball that we've held out there. Isn't really, creating a challenge for the Greenwich defense. No. 2 innings.
In just a few moments, Greenwich up 2-0. Top of the third here from Meade Park. Ian Nicholas still. Langhorn, and Cage Lazley. Down the third baseline, foul off his leg. So now down 0-1.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for a shot to try to get through these.
Perez, the 5'10", 205-pound junior, down 0-1. This one soars to right field. Danny Rogers is under it, and it is gone. The homer shot to right field from Ryan Perez, and Greenwich extends the lead 3-0 with the solo bomb from Perez. Really is the heart of the order.
Yeah, that was a bomb, Ian. I'm taking it back because I really didn't think that was going to get out. I thought it was a fly ball, but he got all of it. That Rashad fastball is just sent to right field, and when you're on a Greenwich team, 7-2 record, and you're the 2-hitter, got to be careful around them. Putting a fastball, right down the middle, it's not really going to help out there. So 3-0 Greenwich now.
Danny Rogers, the sophomore, under that, and he could do nothing. The homer from Perez. New Canaan now down 3-0 as we will see Miles Langhorn, the Vanderbilt commit, take a strike to start this at-bat off. No outs in the inning. Perez, the leadoff hitter, with the bomb to right field. Rashad deals. This one in the dirt. Evens out the count at 1-1.
Another hitter that Rashad has to be careful around.
Langhorn pops it up again. The shallow right field. Rogers is under it, and the sophomore, the only sophomore on his team, he makes the catch. Fly out to right field from Langhorn. Rashad gets his first out of the top of the third. And we're going to see the 4th man in this Greenwich order, Mr. Cage Lazley, up to bat here. The 6'5", 195-pound senior, batting lefty.
I think Rampin got caught on the backswing of Langhorn. He has a very long swing, and he caught him on the back of the head. It must have really hurt pretty bad.
Rampin, he'll play through it. Tough as nails. Comes from a great baseball family. Rashad deals. And he deals a strike a little bit to the outside against the lefty, Cage Lazley. Another strike thrown. This one, the inside corner.
He's spotting his pitches. That fastball, it got away from him against Perez, but ever since.
And he gets a ball there, a little bit too far outside and low from Rashad. Count now 1-2 in the direction of Lazley. Rashad winds on the 1-2. Lazley checks his swing a bit, and that's fouled out of the park, out of left field. Still 1-2. Rashad on the 1-2, lazily again. This one, good catch from Rashad, underhand toss to Canaan at first. Showing off the athleticism on the mound. Rashad makes the play, and now we're going to get 2 outs here.
Yeah, really good pitch by Rashad. I was watching the conversation between Coach Gallo and Zach Rampin. They go over, pitch selection. And that 1-2 count, Rashad wanted to go with that high fastball.
Good power on that bat from number 24, Jack Zola, left fielder. Batting righty, and he'll be down 0-1 to start. His at bat, looking to avoid ending the top of the third for Greenwich.
Zola had the double play ball to Wheeler that Benevento couldn't catch in the first.
That one has chin. He evens out the count at 1-1. Zola, he's been making plays all year for Greenwich. He was a star of their Richfield loss. He went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and an RBI. That one in the dirt, now up 2-1, is him. Way up in the air, shallow right field. Rogers looking to track it down, which he does. And ends the inning. Well, ends the top of the inning, that is. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Just in the middle of the order now for New Canaan. They've had no momentum offensively. Their 6 batters have done nothing so far. We are going to see Luke Hickey up. Dylan, you've played with Henry a lot over the years. You were a former player in this program, now a freshman in college. What can you tell us about the senior captain, and not only as a player but as a leader and as a guy that can hopefully try to, provide a spark right now for a team struggling to get anything done offensively?
When I first met Henry, I was intimidated.
Really?
I got to be honest, I was intimidated because of his lefty swing. He got in his box and he let it fly. He hits the ball very hard. Sometimes he has trouble when he's not on, of course, is just pounding into the ground. You can't really get that ball up and into a line drive, but when he's on, he's hitting that ball very hard. He has very high exit velocity. And with Healy, what we've seen is just strikes. So this New Canaan batters, they're challenging the New Canaan batters to put the ball in play and get some hits because walks aren't going to come very common.
No. As you mentioned, Healy's finding the zone, giving New Canaan the opportunity to get back in this game if they get some good hacks on the ball. Let's see if Henry Cannon can use that good old lefty swing. Is number 4, the senior captain. Try to guide the Rams back into the game. They're trying to avoid losing back-to-back games. Henry Cannon to get it kicked off here in the bottom of the third. Healy deals. Cannon swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it back, down 1-0. 0-1 now he is. Luke Hickey, the left fielder today, the junior, on deck. And behind him, Danny Rogers. Healy deals into the dirt. Evens it out at 1-1.
Another thing, Ken has a very good eye. He's going to make you put the ball in the zone, and when he gets his ace swing off, he can drive it down the right field line and go to left center. You get it to all fields.
An experienced and smart captain he is. Smartly checks his swing there and now goes up 2-1. Battling with Healy. Healy deals for 2-1. Cannon whacks it to center field, and it looks like it's going to be a fly out for Henry Cannon, which it is. Play made by James Babb. On that fly out. So let's see what Luke Hickey can.
O'Donnell pretty much do the same thing as Henry. Almost hit the tree back there in center field. Got his pitch on that 2-1 count. Just couldn't do much with it.
So here's Luke Hickey, a righty batter, the junior. Going to take a strike to start this at-bat off. New Canaan could really use a man on base right now, as Healy is just denying the Rams.
But he's been controlling his fastball. He's been throwing it for a strike. And then we see his off-speed pitch. It just makes him that much more dangerous.
Tommy Healy, he'll be here for another year in Coach Adrian Arango's program as a senior, and he gets the strike out there. Striking out swinging will be Luke Hickey, and now the Bucks, a lefty batter. A fly out and a strikeout for Tommy Healy so far this inning. Healy deals. Rogers checks his swing, and it's a ball. He'll go up 1-0. 1-1. Healy takes his time.
And that was against Rampin in the first inning when he was 3-0 when he came back to get him to ground out to shortstop. So he's just pounding the zone right now.
Hasn't given up a walk all day because he's been finding that strike zone at the bottom of the third. Healy on the 2-2. Rogers doesn't swing, and he does so smartly. Count now full.
Here we go. Full count.
Or not. He strikes out. He was expecting a walk, flipped the bat. A little premature. That's going to be the end of 3 innings here from New Canaan as back-to-back strikeouts to end it for Healy. We'll see you in the top of the 4th where the Cardinals look to do more damage. Back here from the top of the 4th as Andrew Rashad deals a strike to number 2, Christian Mingione, the senior shortstop. Last inning ending a bit controversially with the strikeout to Danny Rogers on the full count. New Canaan looking to put those woes behind them with another solid inning defensively. They've given up all of Grandger's 3 runs over the last 2 innings, 2 earned against in his direction.
You know, Ian, they usually say you don't want to say the words no-hitter if you're seeing one, but, you know, it's a Greenwich pitcher, so I'm going to say it. He's throwing a no-hitter. No walks. Actually, he's throwing a perfect game, I should say. No walks, no errors, just outs so far. But New Canaan has to keep it at 3 here to keep them in the game.
Rashad and Mingione's going to foul that one down the left baseline. Third baseline. Heck, even I'm losing a little bit of my mind right now. New Canaan, that's saying something for Mingione at 6'3". Count evened up at 2-2. Rashad deals. Mingione sits on it. That one in
6, 7, 8, 9. Mingione, Acheto's up next, and just outs that Rashad needs to get before he gets to the big boys again.
And he won't get it just yet. Long at-bat developing here with Rashad. No outs, top of the 4th. Rashad deals on the full count. Mingione flies this one up. And trying to make the play is...
Yeah, I think he would have got it if it didn't hit the tree, and he was in good position. I'm not sure if that's out right now with Mingione.
Critical out it would be to start the 4th inning. And he is base.
Yeah, 3 hours now for New Canaan. Not helping out their pitcher at all. He got a nice slow ground ball, and J.O.D. thought it would bounce back up, near his waist, but hit that lip of the grass once again, kept down, and he didn't keep his glove down.
With a runner on first off the error from Jack O'Donnell. Rashad deals, swinging and missing on pitch. Throws back to first, but Rashad deals. This one hacked near the dugout. And now he'll go down 0-2 on another foul.
Strikeout. I mean, he doesn't want, many balls in play. He doesn't really trust his defense right now after 3 hours already made by this team, and it's only the 3rd inning. So really looking for that strikeout and just looking to do the job himself.
Top 4 here as Rashad, the 0-2, popping this one up.
He's looking to make the play himself.
Looking to make the play himself. You mentioned the defense has been shaky. Rashad's trying to do it all right now.
Without those errors, it'd be a much different game, and you can't.
First, it is Mingione Rashad deals. Pitch well outside from Andrew Rashad. Machado strikeout.
On the dirt there by Rashad. Rampin blocked it, so he kept the runner.
That one blocked up well by Rashad. Excuse me, blocked up well by Rampin. Rashad looking to settle back in, making his second start on the year. Another low pitch from him. Rashad throws back to first. Mingione is A-OK. On the 2-0. Make it now 2-1.
Wants it, so he's got to rely on that fastball.
Rashad deals this one in the dirt.
Seen a lot of Greenwich runners today, and I mean, through outing report before they came here to Mead Park.
Well, Coach Adrian Arango of Bancroft, so he walks. And now advancing to signs of fatigue potentially here in the top of the fourth.
At the start, Tristan Pearl and Joey Sinatra cannot pitch today due to restrictions.
Zyke pops this one up to O'Donnell at third, essentially doing a job, putting a runner on third base. That will be Christian Mingione and hitting that.
A very good chance of having a double play, but Benevento, for some reason, just didn't get over to second in time. No, issue on JOD, just a weird play there. But good that he got one out.
But still, as it's now 1-1 in the direction.
What's going on, because the 2-3-4 hitters are coming up, and Ian, I think you know who's up next.
Right now, for either team, the ball's getting dangerously close to bull. Batting righty.
He's got to go right after him because he can't walk this.
Strikes out looking. Bab is just staring into the. It's going to be now the bottom of the fourth. Dylan, what'd you think of that?
Rampin did a good job of framing it, and he got out of it. It'll be talk about Perez. Very good players. We saw Perez, go deep. Don't know the status of him, and there's a few other options. It's not really up to him. It's up to the New Canaan offense to do something because we haven't seen a thing yet.
At the early stages here now, bottom four outs for New Canaan. They are oh so close to making something happen on the offensive end. But time in, time again, they are just getting a little bit unlucky. A millisecond off here or there. He's 1-0 in his start. His lone start was a big 13-3 win on the road against Danbury. It's going to be the leadoff man, Alex Benevento, the freshman. And we know he can provide a spark and put the bat on the ball. Let's see if he can do it here. Up against Mr. Tommy Healy. Healy deals. Benevento swings. This one is foul, and it is out of the park most likely.
Golden opportunity for the Rams. 1-2-3 up in their order against Healy. Second time around, they'll know more about, his velo and what he throws, especially with Benevento and Rampin.
Inside, thrown from Healy. Maybe a little too far inside, but
big zone today, Ian. Big zone. It's going for both sides, so it's consistent. It's not like we're seeing one side getting more calls than the other. It's just the batters have to adjust.
I remind people at home, Dylan's the baseball analyst. I'm just here doing my best. That one, outside corner, does not hit the zone there. He deals a dirt again, evens at the count at 2-2. Healy, he deals. Benevento sits on it, and another ball. That one again.
About either taking the ball or putting the ball in play here.
Healy Diaz guided over third base.
That hit the chalk, Ian.
I thought so.
Robbed there, to say the least. Chalk even came up. Everyone saw it. Just, I guess the umpire didn't.
Same result. Oh, no lie. It applies to all sports. Matt Balkin, the lefty, up the bat. It's the walk on the full count. Here's Matt Balkin, the senior. It's up 1-0. Zach Rampin on deck. Kept it up at 1-1. We know Benevento's got speed over on first. One of the best athletes.
But any ball in the dirt, Benevento's going to look to take second.
And Cheto looking to block it up well. Balkin on the low pitch over to shallow right field. But here's New Canaan star, Zach Rampin, the big power hitter. Looking to bust this on Thursday. And he will walk. Didn't even get the opportunity.
Wheeler, and you always want to see Rampin hit. He can.
Wheeler, he's had his miscues today, but he has the potential to put that all behind him. Right.
Cleat flew out.
And the double play. Greenwich swinging the momentum right back.
Your call, though. Don't worry.
I tried.
Day to say the least.
Isn't it a tough day? I can keep it up on mound. Here for Greenwich, Rashad deals the ball to start off this inning. Want to strike, finding the outside corner to the left. This one, the right field once again. This one.
He was, told Ian wasn't enough to start. Maybe he can come in for the bullpen.
Rashad throws this one in the dirt, and a little bit to the outside. Evens out the another ball. Way too low once again. Can't find that outside corner. Full count to Perez. Let's see what the big-time swinger will do here. Rashad deals. Perez hacks this one to left center, and he finds triple. They throw it back in. He slides in. Safe. Showing off the base running skills as Perez is A-OK and lands that triple safely.
Which is a great piece of hitting, Ian. He took that fastball down and away. It was a strike, and he thought he had it. Coach gave him the sign, so.
It might be in the outfield. It took him a while to get that ball in. And Perez took advantage, showing off the speed from a 205-pounder. And the crew are trying to fix it up.
Yeah, they're going to have to put third base back in here. It's always a struggle here at Mead Park with the bases. Always comes out. Always some dirt. That's why we do it, though.
For the love of the game.
Greenwich is in a wonderful position here. Runner on third, no outs. So I believe, yes, New Canaan will be bringing in their infield, so they're going to very attentive. Infield in against, let me check out his height and weight.
6'4", 210.
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared.
And as we mentioned, the future Vanderbilt player, and it goes right over Jack O'Donnell's head at third base, and galloping in this up. Greenwich goes up 4-0 here in the top of the fifth. And Rashad gives up his third earned run of the day. Up to bat here, fourth man in the order, Cage Lazley. Runner on first. Lazley takes a hack at it.
Great
Rashad
play.
bounces up, makes the play, throws to second, gets the out there, looking to make the out at first, which.
At home, very nice throw to second base. It's always tough as a pitcher to throw to a base because you're just not pitching it at your max effort. Made a nice throw to second. Benevento couldn't make the throw back to first base in time, but one out here for New Canaan.
Too far inside from Rashad. Zola goes up 1-0. Zola up 2-0. And again, Rashad on the 2-0. Fouling it back to the
Loss has more confidence in his senior captain, Andrew Rashad, to make
right in front of Rashad, bounces off of Rashad, and getting on base will be Zola. And advancing to second will be Rashad, and looks like his day is all but over. Maybe not yet. Is they going to talk with him?
Just check out to the field yet, so seems like Rashad's all right. Setting this, hit the ball to third base. Jod made that error when it went under his glove. But 7-pitch battle it was, so forced it at any base. Runner on first and second.
Stay where they are because Zach Rampins.
And Ian Waring has stopped warming up, which means he is ready to go in whenever needed.
Rashad. So just one out.
Very close play at first there. Is much closer than anyone out here for the last out. And keep him in against the lefty here. But it was interesting there by Mingione.
Junior batting lefty, as you mentioned. He is pinch running for Cheto. So let's see what
was the catcher. So Cusimano's either going to have to come catch or they're going to have to put in their other catcher, Jaden Lombardi, number 13.
Bet more with the latter. 2 outs, runners on first and they get the out at second base. Too big of a lead. Rashad makes the play, throws it back, and New Canaan escapes once again, but they still give up one.
Momentum on the defensive side. It was a great play there and a great scoop by Wheeler to scoop it up and tag the runner, which he had to dive for. Momentum on defense can turn into momentum on offense, and that's what's going to happen if New Canaan wants to win this game.
They've certainly got the talent to make it happen. Let's see if the offense comes alive. We're going to take a quick break and see you in the bottom of the fifth. He has been up and down, but more up recently at third base so far today. And really, there's been no threat of New Canaan score. Connell is going to ground out.
I mean, if New Canaan is going to get anything going, and it's not going to the fielders make plays.
Grounds out to the show. I think I've seen this show before.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Not exactly a recipe for a JOD's ground balls, normal. Andrew got it on the screws a little bit. Didn't really get his arm extended. And now it's up to Henry Canaan,
who swings and misses to start off his at-bat. If they get there, Luke Hickey's on deck. But now with 2 strikes called on him, Henry Canaan. And he's now down 0-2. Healy is really starting to ramp it up here in the bottom of the 5th. An excellent game for the junior on the road. He deals that one in the dirt.
He's been very efficient. He's been throwing strikes, hasn't been allowing many base runners, so I believe he can go as long as he wants.
That one off the top of the cage. Still 1-2, fight and stay alive. Henry Canaan, 2 outs. You mentioned it. Greenwich used 3 pitchers in the last game. They haven't gone to anyone else on the mound. 1-2 count to Canaan. 2 outs. Stop. Zach Rampin trying to provide some energy from along. No men on base. Healy deals. Canaan smartly does not swing the bat. Evens it runs in 3 innings. Then they went to Nathan Jones to Litchfield Tigers. Healy deals. Canaan a laser to left field. That's foul. Right now. Ian Nicholas and behind the year, the ball to start it off. Waring was started off right, top of the 6th. A chip.
Very nice hit to left field.
After this game, New Canaan a solid opponent. Delivers another ball.
They get walked in the fifth. They'll go to the bottom of the order when they come back.
Deals. That one way too far. So Bancroft might let it rip here. The 7-4 New Canaan Ram. A runner in scoring position.
Pitch yesterday against McMahon.
Nope.
Allowed
as Canaan comes in and usually at the top of the order. Well, not really personal. To continue his football star.
Bat is the leadoff hitter here. And throw to first. He's going to be a little more efficient than last inning.
See what he does at his first at-bat of the day. Waring has struggled to find the zone, but he finds it there. Barber now swing. Rampin has to go retrieve it from the back. Waring looking to avoid giving up New Canaan's 7th hit. And he will return to the dugout. Waring gets the 2nd out of the inning. Perez looking for the big swing. He misses on that one.
As on deck is Langhorne.
1-1 to Perez. Perez again looks at another. Been fair, looking to score. Perez and lead to 5 last at bat. This one a line of a shortstop. Back here from the, and we got Luke Hickey who puts the bat on the board. Number 23, Luke Hickey.
New Canaan still looking for
a couple walks of the perfect game. Not there anymore. Ball evens up the count at 1-1. Up, coming in to make the play is the shortstop. Now the bottom man in the order, the sophomore Dan. Phenomenal job. Coach Arango busts him out. Healy deals.
Because they're playing Staples tomorrow.
They are.
Best team in the league. They probably want to pitch Langhorne for that game. Maybe.
Both off flyouts, void, making this inning too easy for a Healy and company.
Just going back to my last point, I think that they really want Langhorne for that Staples. I believe he'll pitch tomorrow. I'd love to go and watch that game because they'll be going to Wrecker Field tomorrow. It's really good in the rain,
True.
unless you have turf, of course.
Yeah, one of the few. He's up 2-1. 2 outs. Travel Darien on Wednesday and Wilton on Friday. So looking to get New Canaan's first full. The mound that's created as the for most pitching.
And Greenwich doesn't seem like they'll have to use him this one.
And Benevento walks. Pitch a bit too high. Again, the no-hitter still in hit grasp for Healy as he gives up his second walk, only his second walk of the day.
And both
of the Benevento.
So here's Balkin.
Balkin looking to break the day of Healy. Healy deals. Balkin sits on it. A ball, 1-0.
And we've seen a lot of baseball, together. It's all about, if your team's really not hitting and you're not getting any runs across in the first 4 or 5 innings, one hit can have to wait till the 7th.
That one pops up to first base, makes the play with ease, and the inning is over. Through 6 here from New Canaan. Greenwich looking to wrap it up here after 1 full inning of baseball. They're up 5-0, and all signs indicate to Greenwich picking up their 8th win on the year. Will something crazy happen? Make sure to tune in to see. Top of the 7th here from New Canaan as we will see a new batter in for Greenwich, number 23, Michael Rose, the 6'1" senior. We've seen plenty of pinch hitters come in for Greenwich. A.J. Barber, the latest. And an interesting-looking hack there as it actually hit the helmet of Zach Ramp, and he'll be all right. He'll go down 0-1 in a count.
Yeah, I think it'll hit the umpire on that foul tip, Ian. So Rampin will go out to talk with Waring. Be a little timeout here as we can, reconvene. Putting Rose in a pinch hit. Umpire looks like he's all right. It's been a quick one, Ian. Very fast game. Seen some action in the early innings. Not much since, run here, run there. But
not a fan of that. Looking to avoid dropping back-to-back games. New Canaan trying to even their record out to 3-3 against winning teams so far this year. Teams with winning records, that is. They have picked up big wins this year against Trumbull, against Richfield last week. As that one called a strike, Ian Waring, who came in last inning, gave up 1 run. Looking to make that the only run he gives up so far today. Waring deals on the 0-2 to Rose. Rose checks his swing, and 1-2. This would be a big-time win for Coach Adrian Arango. Again, a long-time assistant coach for baseball and basketball here at New Canaan High School. And in his first game, playing a team he used to coach, looking to do something. Rose in the shallow left field. Play made by Andrew Rashad. First out for New Canaan on the fly out from Rose. Now batting number 24, Jack Zola.
So Rose came in for Lasley.
Cage Lasley.
Lasley, I should say.
Waring deals, stands like a statue, and takes the strike is Zola, who goes down 0-1. New Canaan 1 out, no runners on, top of the 7th. New Canaan at home, so they'll have a chance to pull off a miracle down 5 runs. Maybe down more, but hopefully finding the zone.
Finding the umpire zone. I don't know if it's...
Excuse me. It's calculated that one as Christian Mingione, the senior. Looking to keep Greenwich alive.
Very nice hit there. But
New Canaan still without a hit on first.
Mingione's...
Cheto now down 0-1. He's had...
How was Perez not committed?
Only a junior is Perez. We're big fans from him. And we're from... He's looking to go all the way. They're telling him to go all the way, and he does. The double from number 12. Felipe Aceto will score a run.
Smack that one, to say the least. He was another lefty that went to left center. So Coach Arengo and the Greenwich staff really making sure that their hitters are very, they hit to all fields.
Bancroft up to bat here. He goes down the RBI double. On fouls this one back.
Staff, so I believe him, but even Joey Sinatra did a very good job keeping the team in the game. So pitchers in.
Have now given up 3 runs in the last. Right center. It's caught base. New Canaan now fine, but we'll take a break. Been the third man for the
ball and
at the plate goes up 1-0. Not Pete Wheeler.
We'll see if, but I'm not the coach.
We'll keep in. Mingione trying to do everything. He deals in. O'Donnell whacks this one in the left. Will score as he slides in. A New Canaan.
Ranked ball J.O.D. did earlier in the game. That J.O.D. Good set.
I think we know who it is. It is number 4, 210-pound. Bottom of the 7th. New Canaan scores a run. Cleet Wheeler scores off this Langhorn kid, and let's see what he can do.
And now Langhorn's coming in. We know left. I'd say he's sitting around for both. Just a very face a gritty team like New Canaan.
In Greenwich's 7-6 loss Monday up against Richfield. Only his second start on Greenwich will go on to lose that game. Their second loss on the year, 7-6. Let's see here as a closer if he can change his fortune. Andrew Rashad, the senior captain, runs. Let's see.
It's something that I always like Langhorn's
He does not
slider in the outside corner.
Out something. Henry Cannon out. Will he get Langhorn deal? He'll go down 0-1. Luke Hickey. Langhorn stares down, can't get there with ease. And this game is New Canaan just 2 hits on the game. He only gave up 2 hits all game long. Really excellent from Meade Memorial. 6 Greenwich Cardinals as they're now 8, and Greenwich has now won, I believe, Friday. So we hope to have the live streams for you there.
Central game comes at a good time. They can, in my opinion, top 3, if not top 2 in the FCAC with Staple Ione as well. I think they just played a really good game. New Canaan 6 runs given up. I think the pitching did well.
Greenwich coach Adrian Arango comes to town. I would want to thank my production crew, Dylan Pescatore returning, Manning Landeck also coming back from college, and doing TV78 both on Twitter and Instagram to find out what at 2 o'clock on our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Again,